Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to what I believe to be the 62nd Annual United Nations Day Tea of the International House in this, the 125th year of Jacksonville State University's existence. To begin our ceremony and before introductions, we'd like Vanessa Shea Nelson and Ashley Jones and Courtney Cresson to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies. Before we begin and move directly into the program, I'd like to introduce some of the dignitaries that accompany us today. Mr. Clarence Doggett, the President of the Trustees of the International Endowment Foundation. Vice President Becky Turner, Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Joe Service. President Emeritus, Dr. Theron Montgomery and spouse. Thank you. And in representation of her husband and with her children, Mrs. Beth Meehan. Thank you for coming. We'd also like to recognize the presence of Mrs. Sarah Corson, one of the founders of CFOT, Service and Faith and Technology, with its campus in Lineville, Alabama, and mission programs around the world, including Ecuador and Bolivia, and Mr. James O'Rear, who are here with students. Thank you for your presence, and we hope to work with you in the future. Welcome to the international students who accompany you. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Turner to join me here at the dais. Sadly, Dr. Meehan was not able to be with us today. He is attending the funeral service for Mr. Don Moon, past president of the JSU Alumni Association, who, in addition to the message Dr. Turner will deliver us, asked me to give his appreciation to everyone present here today, express his pride in the JSU International House and the diversity of the opportunities it brings to our campus, and to thank the board, the Alabama Federation of Women's Clubs, Rotarians, and the International House alumni and others for their continued support of the program. He's sorry he cannot be here. We appreciate the fact that his family is here with us, and I introduced you Dr. Turner. I should mention that the International House program is in Dr. Turner's department and reports through her, and it's thanks to her support that activities like this can occur. Dr. Turner?
Thank you, Dr. Ketterer. It's indeed my pleasure to be with you today on behalf of Dr. Meehan. And I want to tell you that when I was in high school, the International House was responsible for bringing to my campus my teacher of French. Katie Johnson was my teacher back in the 60s, and She was a product of the International House. She was from Greece, and she came here to study, and she met her husband here, and she was my teacher, and I still have very fond memories of that and of what her experience here meant to me. I believe in global education, and I'm so proud of the fact that this International House has brought us global education right here in the northeastern part of Alabama. It's enriched who we are as people and human beings, and it's made our educational experience at JSU so much better over the years. I'm very proud that it's in my division, and I'm happy to support it in any way I can. Thank you very much.
At this time, we want to introduce to you one of the guests of honor, the guest of honor of this program, Professor Jin Lin from Wuhan University, China. Professor Jin Lin, would you please step forward? In about 1993 or 1994, Professor Adrian Avini did a Fulbright scholarship in Wuhan, Hubei province, China, which began a long friendship with Wuhan University. And it has been fruitful in two directions. Our professors and students have gone to Wuhan University, and every year we host a Wuhan scholar. Professor Jin Lin continues that tradition, and we're very proud to recognize her and offer her these tokens of our appreciation. Jim, would you like to?
Well, it's a great honor for me to be here. So first of all, let me take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to President Mian, who support this long-term exchange program between Jacksonville State and Wuhan University. And I would also like to thank Dr. Ketra, Trish, Jeff, and Ina, who make this International House a harmonious big family and a very successful international program. Last but not least, my heartfelt thanks also go to Jeanette and Jack with your overwhelming Southern hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well done. Thank you, Professor Jin Lin. And Jackie and Jeanette, their hospitality is wonderful, and they are, Dr. Turner, we should put them on the payroll, but I know that's not possible at this time, so we'll discuss it when things get better. We also want to recognize other very important friends who are here with us today. First, President Jane Wright of the Alabama Federation of Women's Clubs. Jane, if you want to stay there, Dr. Turner will come over to you. We'll have more to say a little later in the program about our long-term relationship with the Alabama Federation of Women's Clubs. Also, Mrs. Sherry Butler, who's the head of the Scholarship Committee of AFWC. Also, we'd like to recognize the presence of Mrs. Elaine Chastain from the 1946 House. That's from the very beginnings of our International House. And her friend and competitor, Margaret Swan-Smith, also from the 1946 years. Both Elaine and Margaret went to France on Rotary scholarships, which, if I recall the argument, or actually the point of disputation, Margaret says she had the first one to go to France, and Elaine was second. So even after she got, if I remember, Margaret told me on the plane on the way to Paris that she got $300 for a semester in Paris in 1947. 800. Okay, well, that'll get you maybe through a week in Paris right now. But anyway, we're so grateful that you're here with us and continuing to provide spark and magic at the International House. I also want to recognize a dear friend of the house and alumnus, Mrs. Jane Burnham. I'd also like to recognize a woman who has a son who is an alumnus of the International House, and also the very distinguished mother of a fallen veteran, Mrs. Pearl Williams. Mrs. Williams, thank you for continuing to support our international students and our international program. I'd also like to recognize the presence of Dr. Barbara Roundtree. Dr. Barbara Roundtree is a professor emeritus of the University of Alabama. She's the founder of the Capital School of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is recognized as one of the outstanding multiple intelligences schools by Howard Gardner. And it's worth mentioning that Dr. Roundtree did her undergraduate and first master's degrees at Jacksonville State University. Dr. Roundtree, with our appreciation for coming to see us today. And also because of their faithfulness to the International House, and because I dare not give flowers and miss the beautiful Mrs. Montgomery. Mrs. Montgomery, with our appreciation for your attendance at our events, thank you so much. And also, Beth, with our appreciation to you and the family for all the sacrifice and the time that you give to this university. Mrs. Beth Meehan. We have had a great homecoming weekend at Jacksonville State University. We won a game yesterday, and we are still in the race for the OVC Championship. It's always great to win homecoming. We planned this event as together with homecoming as part of a celebration of the 125 years of the International House, or rather of Jacksonville State University. And almost exactly 50% of that time, the International House has been here. I feel it incumbent to talk a little bit about what the founding vision was 62 years ago and where we are today. Dr. James H. and Myra Hume Jones were recognized in July of 2006 by the Board of Directors, which rededicated this house in their name, this program in their name, because they recognized that once again it is time to seek peace and friendship and world community rather than violence. James H. and Myra Hume Jones lived most of the 1930s in France and watched Europe disintegrate with violence and internecine strife, and they became deeply concerned about what their personal response would be. Now, many of us might sit down and say, we have no action to take here. We don't have a dog in this race. But Dr. Jones came back with a vision jointly shared with his wife, and it was based on an idea that the only way we could become friends and create community was to get to know one another. And you will notice, and you will see on the posters on both sides of this door, the phrase that they dreamed of together: know one another and you will love one another. And together with Colonel Doggett and the Doggett family, later with Houston Cole, with Anniston Rotary, Miss Kitty Stone, and the Alabama Federation of Women's Clubs, and still later with District Rotary, people bought into that vision and said, if you know one another, you will love one another. And we don't say it just to say it. We live it every day here. And we do have some friction culturally in the International House, where we have 27 nationalities currently. But we work through that friction. We do ask that students represent the best of their culture, the best of their national, tribal, linguistic traditions here, and that we share them with the community. And so we go to Rotary and the AFWC and all of its different groups and cities in the state, and we do literally go anywhere we're invited in the state of Alabama. And we go to schools and churches, and we simply share the joy of forming a world community, of enjoying our diversity. We have not converted anybody. No one here in this house during my time, and I do not believe before, has abandoned their religion, their family, or their national identity to be part of the International House. Rather, we have accepted everyone, and we have given a model, thanks to Dr. Jones and Mrs. Myra Hume Jones and their vision. We have given a model to the world of how it can work if you take the time to get to know each other and to know and tolerate each other. So thanks to that vision, the International House has grown. It has grown in terms of its physical structures over 62 years. It has grown to be an integral part of this university. We exist because, basically, we provide something to the university that our university administration recognizes as integral to the mission of this university, world peace. Now, I'm proud to be part of that tradition. I am amazed that this good news doesn't go out as strongly as the bad news goes out about Alabama. We were here, and we will be here for a long time doing our mission in the only way you can really create peace, person to person, face to face, with respect. So thank you all very much, and I appreciate your listening to the lecture. And And now we'll move to the very fun part of the program. I'd like to introduce to you today your Masters of Ceremony, Violetta Goldenberg of Israel and Stefan Solomon of South Africa. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. The house will be open for a reception and for your exploration after the presentation. Thank you for coming.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stefan Solomon. I'll be the MC today. We just want to introduce everybody individually, so they'll come out 2 by 2 and then just say something about themselves.
And afterwards, we'll see all the performances, and hopefully we'll enjoy it.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Amani El-Zorbi and I'm from Jordan. This is my 4th year at the International House and I'm French major, English minor. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yasser Khalili, I'm from Iraq. This is my 2nd year in the house. I'm majoring in biology and minor in chemistry. Thank you.
My name is Marina. I'm from Belarus. This is my 1st year. My major is criminal justice.
Hello everyone, my name is Andres Camacho. I'm from Colombia. This is my 2nd year in the house and I'm doing pre-engineering.
Hello, my name is Courtney Carlson. I'm from Boaz, Alabama. This is my 1st year in the International House. My major is general music with a minor in drama.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Museko Chilomo. I'm from Zambia. This is my 3rd year in the house, and I'm a nursing / pre-med major.
Hi, my name is Ekaterina Funtikova. I'm from Russia. This is my 2nd year in the house, and I'm working on my master's degree in public administration.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ajibola Daudu. I'm from Nigeria. This is my 2nd year at the International House, and I'm a biology major. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Martha. I'm from Ethiopia. This is my 1st year in the house. I'm an exchange student from France, and I'm taking MBA courses. Thank you.
Buenas tardes. My name is Clifford Fonseca. I'm from Nicaragua. This is my 1st year at JSU, my 1st year in the house, and my major is computer science.
Hello, everyone. My name is Violetta Goldenberg. I'm from Israel. This is my 2nd year in the house, and my major is criminal justice.
Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Harris. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, and this is my 4th year at JSU. I'm majoring in education with a concentration in Spanish.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Camila Gonzalez. I'm from El Salvador, This is my first year in the house and I'm majoring in graphic design.
Hello, my name is Masaki Ishizaki. This is the second year in the house. I'm from Japan. My major is math.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabriela Guerrero. I'm from Ecuador. This is my first year international house, and my major is public relations.
Jumbo, my name is Murtaza Kanji. I'm from the United Republic of Tanzania. This is my third year in the international house, and my major is marketing.